Well, here we are boarding the vessel Spirit of Tasmania. Well, finally moving. Just talking to a few of the people in front. The crowd in front were a group of 25 motorbikes down from New South Wales. They've been on the island for about 12 days and done a total of nearly 5,000 kilometres, or 4,500 plus kilometres, so they've done alright for themselves. Hi, and thanks for coming back to the channel. Where to today? Well, today we're coming out of Tasmania back to Geelong. Where to? Geelong to Adelaide. Come along for the ride. Thanks very much. I do appreciate you coming back to the channel. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing, and I do enjoy you travelling along with me, so hopefully we can see some sights. So Launceston, Tassie to Geelong by the ferry, then bike from Geelong to Adelaide. We'll see the Blue Lake at Mt Gambier and a few other sites on the way through. So looking forward to the ride. See where we take us. All right, all the best. Travel safe. Yep, beautiful. Well, on the way to Tassie we had a cabin, but coming back I've decided to go into the recliner seat. Had to change my dates for various reasons, so came back a day early. And paid the price for a recliner at the front of the boat. Very nice. Good morning. The sleeping on the chair wasn't so bad. The recliner. Yeah, like half decent sleep. So coffee now. And I'm told it might be wet. Where to today? Geelong to Mt Gambier via the Great Ocean Road. Good morning, here we are. We've docked in Geelong, just waiting to unload. Well, good morning, Geelong. Where to today? Mt Gambier via the Great Ocean Road. Good morning. We're in Torquay, the start of the Great Ocean Road. You can see there's cafes, eateries. They've got the markets on. You can see plenty of tents and plenty of options. Beautiful day here in Torquay. Bit of the coast, recognised as the surf beach or surf coast. I think there's Bells is down this way, and a very picturesque coastline. Well, this is Anglesea, nice little town on the Great Ocean Road between Torquay and Lorne. You can see a change in the weather. Past Bells Beach, the surfing capital. Victoria. Sunshine and blue sky. And then now we've got this weather pattern coming in, which I did see on the radar. I'm hoping not too much rain, it might just be a bit of low cloud and some high wind. But we'll see how we go with all that. So on to Lorne and Apollo Bay. And all things going well, I'll stop at Apollo Bay for a bit of morning tea. Before we leave Angel Sea, we'll just drop into Airlie's Inlet, where we've got the river and a lighthouse to have a look at. There we are, the lighthouse. And another river which has been blocked off, barred off by the sand. But a river looking out to the ocean. Well, that's your lighthouse at Airlie's Inlet at Angel Sea. But as you come back down the hill, just have a look at the horizon and that cloud formation. And I think I'm going to get a bit of rain and get wet as I travel down the Great Ocean Road towards Lorne and Apollo Bay. Well, here we are, Great Ocean Road, and it's raining. And it's big drops to the point I think I might have to stop and put on some wet weather gear. And I don't think it's going to go away for a while. Still the Great Ocean Road, not at Lorne yet, let alone Apollo Bay. It's 11:30. Time we stop for a few photo shots and put the drone up. It all takes a bit of time. And then had to stop again and finally decide to put the wet weather gear on. Maybe a tad late, my pants are already wet. But it'll help. I think this is in for a little while yet. I'll continue on and get to Apollo. Morning tea and coffee. And I'll rethink whether I continue with the Great Ocean Road through to Portsea and beyond, or cut up onto a main highway and just head for Mt Gambier, which is my overnight stop for tonight. Okay, just pulling into Lorne. So still, weather's still rain, as you can see, and I won't say miserable, but just overcast, grey sky. And here's a couple of waterfalls: Erskine River Falls, She Oak, and Henderson Falls. And continue on to Apollo Bay before we think about stopping. Time's getting away from us a little bit. And unfortunately, it's all the way, isn't it? Looking at this in today's conditions, overcast, cloud, rain, compared to a sunny blue day with white puffy clouds, it's chalk and cheese. Some lovely coastal towns on this Great Ocean Road, but the weather sort of does take it away from it a little bit. As you can see, a good sized town, certainly I think bigger than Angel Sea. I got, from my memory, the Apollo Bay is a bit bigger again. But a lovely location, I'd say, in summer. And probably tomorrow when the rain, this afternoon when the rain passes through. But lovely bays and curved beaches, protected waters with a surf break round the corner. Usually the way. Well, so if we look out to the horizon, we've actually got a bit of blue sky. We're back to our white clouds. Only just stopped raining. As you can see, the windshield's still wet and the roads are wet. So about 15 k's to go, kilometres to go before we get to Apollo Bay. If it's not too windy, although it is pretty gusty at the moment, I'll try and get the drone up. Well, we've made it to Apollo Bay. So the sun's turned now, completely all the weather. The sun's out. We're back to that blue sky and white puffy clouds. That all said, I've still got my wet weather gear on, jacket and my pants are a bit damp. What do you think the time? It's 12:30 now, it's 1 o'clock before we get away from here. The bakery was recommended to me. We can find the bakery. The bakery there. Well, I mentioned I was going to try and put the drone up at Apollo Bay and get some footage, but we've had that the weather's gone, the rain stopped as you can see, but it's still very windy and gusty. We caught the rain in Angel Sea, and pretty much most of that Great Ocean Road ride was in heavy rain. As I say, the rain stopped, but I was getting warnings and high wind warnings and gusts. You can see that cloud movement on the water there, how quickly the cloud's moving. So it was just too windy and too gusty to have the drone up for too long. So unfortunately, not as much as I was hoping for aerial shot or drone shot of Apollo Bay, but we move on. Well, that was Apollo Bay. Actually, the bakery wasn't that flash, to be honest. Apollo was a bit too ravey, a bit too runny for me. It's an individual choice, I suppose. Clouds are coming back a little bit, but I don't think we'll get any more rain, hopefully. It's that Great Ocean Road with the rain, the traffic was down to 40, 50 k an hour, as opposed to the speed that we're waiting, so that's a slow trip. So it's past 1 o'clock here at Apollo Bay. I was expected to be here by about 10:30 at the latest. That's a little bit of a harbour, and the breakwater, you can see behind. But no, certainly Apollo Bay is not as big as I remember. It's Lorne would be the bigger town, and probably the nicer town for us, coastline, etc. This is all very pretty, but yeah, money wasn't the object. That had a choice. I know what I'd choose. Anyway, from here we're going to head down a little bit further down the coast, but then turn off and cut across onto the highway and head up towards Mt Gambier. That's still a 5-hour run or 4.5-hour run from here. Any issues with traffic, I want to get there before dark. All good. All right. Come along for the ride, hopefully. All the best. See you. Bye. All right, we're out of Apollo Bay by about 20 kilometres. We come through this, and we've gone inland a little bit off the coast. It's almost like a rainforest with the ferns and the lush greenery everywhere, with the tall timber trees and a bit of a canopy in parts. There's a nice walk through here I've done many years ago, up to a waterfall, and you can always equate it to the rainforests of Queensland. Very nice. Just a unique little patch of countryside, and obviously in the right location with the weather and the soil conditions and the rain and all that. Alright, well, the road to cut across under the highway from Mt Gambier has closed. A lot of forest monetary workers in the area and a bit of smoke. So surprisingly, I thought there was a bit of a fire in the forest. After that rain, I'm surprised, but you know, the road's closed, so we've continued on. I'm still on Great Ocean Road at the moment.
Doing the twisties and the turns. It's all very nice, but it's also a speed limit of 60 k's. So bit different from doing 100k on the highway. So I have to recalculate my arrival time at Mt Gambier. We are warning ball. Big silver ball on top of the 3 tripod legs, overlooking the town and the ocean on the horizon there. I'm not sure what that would have been in its day. I'm going to assume it's some sort of a water tank. I'm not thinking that one. It might just be there for show. I'm thinking warning ball. Decent sized town actually. Just gone through the main part with big Bunnings and a big shopping centre, JB Hi-Fi and Office Works, Hungry Jack's, McDonald's, all that. I've now got into East Warrnambool. Still continues. I need some fuel. I've still got 184 to go.
184 k's still to go to get to Mt Gambier for the overnight stop. Remembering we stopped at Apollo Bay for lunch, 160 k's, and remembering that we actually started in Geelong, passing Angels Sea and Torquay and through Lawn, etc. So it's been a bit of a ride. Here we are, Mt Gambier. Have a look at the room for the sake of it. And if I can, I'll get the drone up over the blue lake. There's our room, good size room. As you can see, double bed, TV, and a bathroom toilet. The only thing is obviously it's, well, not the only, hello, was no tea or coffee making facilities. They gave me a clean glass in the fridge and they've given me some milk, but nothing to go with it. But they say it's a budget hotel, so so be it. Well, that's it for today. Thank you. Thanks for coming along for the ride, Geelong to Mt Gambier. Really appreciate the company. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen and some of the sights. If you have, a like and comment would be really great. I'm still trying to grow the channel, so a subscribe, if not already done, subscribe would be really, really appreciated. Thank you very much. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one. All the best.